What is going on, guys? I Smile here, back with another video, and today we're going to do a updated guide on a sorcery DPS loadout. It was like 4 months ago, I think I dropped one, but it wasn't the best setup exactly. So I'm going to show you like the best setup here and to maximize your damage. So to start off, sorcery is the damage is like pretty crazy. Like it's better than like brawling precision for AOE. But remember the drawback always with sorcery is that you're gonna be getting missed damage sometimes because of the projectiles. So if they were like instant hit or faster or better tracking, then it'd be really good. So I'm just gonna start off the video and show like the numbers real quick and the rotation, and then we'll get into the loadout, just so you guys can see the damage yourself real quick. So we're gonna do the AOE. This is the AOE loadout, and I'm gonna show you, it's like swapping with scrap and using Neovenom. All right, here we go. So we're gonna do a scrap swap right now. And there you have it. There is the AOE rotation. Start out 408. 408. Then I use Neovenom. 625. 593. Back to 499. 433. 452. 557, 590, 496, 448. So as you can see, that's really good numbers. So let's jump to the single target. All right. Let me show that I'm not buffed either. No current effects. Alright, we're gonna swap here in a little bit. Oh, I messed up there. With scrap, you always want to swap it a little bit early. So like right about now. All right. So as you can see, really good numbers compared to like other might powers. This is like pretty much top damage. Uh, like it's right there with the top ones for might at least. You know, you got nature and munitions right now is like the top might powers, and I'm sure there's might be another one or something. But those are the most popular right now for people that are running might. It's gonna be munitions and nature, and these numbers, as you can see, are top tier. But like I said, uh, three of the powers are projectile. Uh, these ones right here: Soul Barrage, Soul Storm, and Soul Bolt. This one tracks actually really fast. This one pretty much always hits. This one right here, it's these two these two are the main ones that can miss sometimes. But as you can see, crazy numbers, you know, for sorcery. Uh, so we got 244, 237. That was with no like Neo Venom, and then 300k. That was right at the peak of Neo Venom. 288, 293. Pretty sure Neo Venom was done. So you kind of go back to the lower 200s, mid. Then I got Neo Venom again. So basically, it fluctuates between low, mid, and uh, it can peak at, you know, in the 300Ks, which is crazy damage. Uh, but yeah, basically, it just comes down. It comes down to like hoping that you're in a raid where it's a boss or ads that, or basically where you won't. It's easy to not miss projectiles, because there are some raids where it's like it's pretty hard to miss projectiles just because of if the boss is like huge, it doesn't move much. um Same with the ads. But if it's like a small boss, it moves a lot, that's where this will definitely fall back. When you get that missed damage, you know, and even though the parsers are really good, uh you're gonna fall back because you're getting that missed damage. But it's still awesome just to see the potential that sorcery has. Um, so let's get into the loadout, the setup, and all that good stuff. Also, these other two armories I just have Ebon and then Quizlet, and then these are the two main ones are Ebon AOE. That's if it's like pure AOE, like if you're in a raid. Ebon single target, same thing, pure single target. Obviously, you have to have a troll for Ebon. And then this one that's just called Ebon, all it is like a mixed loadout. I don't really use this. It would be if it's like all mixed, single target and AoE, but really I don't use this too often. It's just kind of like a little mixed one to have. I don't have robot sidekick on it, but I have all like I could do anything, single target or AOE. And then the last one, this is just a when there's no troll. So like if I'm doing a alert or something, I run this just so, because I'll be out of power. I'll be out of power if I run the Ebon setups. So you just got to use Quizlet. Pretty much when you use Quizlet, you don't want it. You don't want Quizlet in the last slot, obviously, because when you swap out and put in scrap, uh, if you swap Quizlet, you're gonna lose out on some damage because of the refractal beam. So yeah, so make sure when you run Quizlet, it's not in the last one. So have strategist card, and then you could swap out scrap. And then when you have Ebon, you can have Ebon in the bottom slot and swap of that. So but yeah, guys, that is the rotations. So I'll just quickly show everything. Affinity mods. I like to use rifle. It's a good weapon if you're doing a lot of weapon taps. Uh, One of the best for damage. Supercharged Neo Venom, Escalating Might. This is just for healer. Accelerated Boon of Souls, because there's nothing to use really. Penetrating Strikes. This doesn't matter, but I use a restorative Soul Barrage. And yeah, this is all standard stuff. Your trinkets, Henchman, Orbital. I always have like a supply drop close, you know, to swap out. And then artifacts, transformation, strategist, Ebon. Main one I'm swapping is scrap, and yeah, I mean there's other swap artifacts. I don't have them, so I got scrap, and that's the main one that you want to swap. It helps out your damage a lot. So, but there is other swapping artifacts, like people use the Mercy or whatever for pets and all that. Tumbling Master, max damage, and then use the old face shock to the system and put in might to get the highest might. So let's jump over to the augments. Of course, all might. I don't have, my head augments aren't fully maxed. So I got 18, rank 15. So let's jump over to the allies. These are the allies I like to use. I think they're the best for sorcery. I'm using my power interaction, so I like to run Zatanna. And then I'm using Batman Who Laughs for the random card buff. So I'm kind of always getting a good buff. Basically, I'm always getting might. I'm always getting critical chance, because both of these have might and critical chance. So I have you know, basically every, what is it? This one's 20 seconds, 30. Where's the cooldown? 30 seconds. Yeah. So they each have one, two. So yeah, two of them are not good, and then two are good. So rabbit and tiger is what you want, and Frigger and Batman is what you want. So basically, we each got a 2 out of 4. So we're just looking at like a 50% chance all the time. You know, 4 out of 8 chance that we're getting what we want. So it increases the chance, you know, always getting something good. So I like to run these two. But make sure if you're running Zatanna, you're using a power interaction. I think this is the best power interaction for sorcery. Circle of Destruction, I think is really good. So, all right, so that covers that. Weapons, just go one into rifle for the weapon tap. Super speed, I like to pick up the little power recovery stuff, breakout mastery. Iconic powers, robot sidekick, heat vision, just in case if I ever do a heat vision loadout, I like to have it. But right now I'm not doing any loadouts with heat vision. Neo Venom, stat points, super powered for that 10% might and power. Then we'll go over here, 20 in a critical attack chance, 40 critical attack damage, max out your might and power, and then put the rest into precision for your weapon taps. But yeah, guys, that sums it up for a little updated guide on sorcery, and also you guys could, see updated numbers with sorcery might too. Pretty crazy numbers. Comparing against the top might powers that the two ones that everyone seems to use if they're might, which is uh, munitions and nature. So it's definitely a neat little thing to try. But like I said, you're gonna have missed damage in certain raids if your projectiles miss, of course. So that is the only drawback, but sorcery has definitely has potential to compete up there. But yeah, guys, that should be pretty much it. It covered everything. Allies, loadout. You got to see the rotations in the beginning, the parsers. Um, but yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.